What's up, YouTube? We're going to be going through all of the Season 3 Warzone 2 patch notes and the new update. We're also going to go through some of the weapon and equipment nerfs and buffs that are taking place today. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also like the video if you enjoy this content. Let's get into it. So here we're looking at the Season 3 community update. This blog was released yesterday on April 11th. Call of Duty Warzone 2 Season 3 Battle Royale community update. Hello Warzone community. With Season 3 just around the corner, we wanted to provide you more detail on just some of the exciting BR updates and features you can look forward to ahead of our full patch notes, which comes out today. They have been listening to our feedback, reviewing the trends. Pacing requires a review and consideration of a number of variables spanning time to kill, weapon damage, armor values, movement mechanics, defensive tools, outplay opportunities, and much more. So the first section we are looking at is pacing. Now it looks like they have made improvements to the core pacing of Battle Royale, which includes a reduced delay time between circles closing towards the mid-game. In addition, they have added more ammo caches and buy station in areas to support regain in the late game. That is super exciting. Oftentimes I'm running out of plates and ammo late in the game, and this will help. As well as the inclusion of UAV towers to provide intel and encourage more combat engagement opportunities. Love a good UAV. There's often not enough UAVs in the game. The next section we're looking at is combat. They're including reduced intensity of damage feedback on the HUD to improve better combat visibility. This has been an issue for me when I'm in a fight and there's so much going on the screen, just effects. It basically decapitates me when I'm fighting someone and I can't see what I'm doing or where I'm even aiming. I like this. It looks like they reduced high damage weapon outliers to make combat feel more consistent. So they're talking about nerfing and buffing the best guns, which are probably the ISO Hemlock right now. They're adding one-hit down snipers, which I'm super excited about. I love sniping in this game. Although two-shot, I've been having a lot of fun. One-shot bolt action snipers. You guys will need to equip explosive ammo on your snipers. And it looks like they added the explosive ammo to the MCPR 300. Looks like we're going to see bomb drones back in the game. And this will no longer one-hit down. Movement in traversal section. Movement will now feel more dynamic and fluid due in part to improvements to mantling over objects or through windows. This has been a huge issue for me. And I know a lot of other people where you get stuck climbing a window or you get stuck on a rock or you mantle when you don't want to mantle. Huge W. They've also made slight adjustments to sliding and diving responsiveness. And the addition to redeploy drones to better enable rotation opportunities in Al Mazrah. This is amazing. I love this. Quality of life remains an area of continued focus for the Warzone 2 team, with Season 3 being no exception. It looks like they're adding elevation arrows on the tac map to help players better locate the objects, and the incoming killstreak banner has been raised to sit further from the aiming reticle to offer cleaner sightlines. So we just went over the community update for Season 3. Now let's take a look at the patch notes that were released today. We have the Season 3 patch notes right here. Season 3 is here and it's anyone's game. New multiplayer maps, the launch of massive resurgence on Al Mazrah, the arrival of Gunfight, the return of two storied rivals, and much more. So we're going to get into that right now. Let's head on down to the Warzone 2 section and let's see what changes are being made today. We have a map update to Ashika Island, which includes a cargo ship and several submarines, which are now found outside of the port. We're going to focus on gameplay now. All maps, all modes. Tempered plate carrier. We're going to now see vests again, which is a W, or annoying. Upgrades the player's armor plate carrier to improve armor plate efficiency. Player now equips 2 stronger armor plates down from 3. So it looks like the vest will give you another plate now. And we start off with 2 plates. Bomb drone back in the game, and it is balanced. Reduce the damage of the bomb drone so it will no longer one-hit kill or down a fully armored player. You guys know I love a bomb drone. I'm gonna definitely be missing that feature, but I'm excited they're even back in the game. It looks like we're getting heavy choppers back with a lot of new updates. You guys will only find these in Al Mazrah, it looks like, and you'll have to find gas cans, which are unique to this vehicle, and they're required for initial takeoff. Spawn locations of these gas cans will differ between BR and DMZ, It looks like there's 5 possible spawn locations with these gas cans. And you can also find these in your stronghold mission as a reward. Refuelings can still be done via gas stations. Huge W. They're now more vulnerable to explosive damage. This was a big problem in Al Mazrah. I've seen many videos about this on YouTube where people would take the heavy choppers, float in the air for the entire game, gun people down from the chopper, and just stay up there. No explosives would do damage that much, so I'm excited to see this. But I'm also nervous to see people play with these again. The gas mask has been given a slight buffer when the player delays it from being put on or taken off. This should help catch situations where further delay is desired immediately after it was dropped. It looks like they helped the animation with the gas mask. It looks like they decreased the time of interrogation, which is now down to 3 seconds, whereas before it was 5 seconds. It looks like they also added a grace period if the down player is immediately eliminated after a successful interrogation. The enemy squad will be pinged at least once, up to 3 times, during the grace period. W. Quality of life. Mantle assist improvements, which we talked about earlier. Advanced UAV improvements. Enemy players and AI combatants will now appear differently while using advanced UAV. I have said this before, you cannot tell very easily when it's AI or enemies. Killstreak banner positioning, we went over that. Bug fixes, fixed an issue that allowed players to clip inside the sentry gun. Fixed several issues while placing a sentry gun on the train. You can do that? I might have to try that. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I have not seen sentry guns in Al Mazrah, to be fair. It looks like we can mortar strike AI now, which was not happening before. Recon and bomb drones will now die if the player goes into last stand. It looks like stim pistols can now be dropped after it has been activated. Looks like there were some issues with self-revives and stim pistols. BR updates. Let's go ahead and see what the BR updates are. On Al Mazrah, we're going to have standard duos, trios, and quads. No solos? That's weird. Massive resurgence. This is new on Al Mazrah. Resurgence mode. This is going to be crazy. Looks like massive resurgence will have trios and quads starting off. Ashika Island updates. Resurgence. Solos, duos, and quads. No trios. It's so random. Let's check out trios. I don't know. This is something new. The World Series of Warzone in season. This is a brand new tournament that everyone can participate in, and it will be starting on April 27th. So look out for that. It's going to be trios, and it looks like you can practice for the in-game open. Resurgence private matches are here. We can now hold customs for the community on Twitch and Kick. They're going to have custom solo duos, trios, and quads. Bird's Eye is back in Call of Duty Warzone 2. This perk has been re-enabled. Adjustments now activates when player uses a UAV kill streak. Enemy UAVs no longer trigger Bird's Eye. UAVs activated by the player using Bird's Eye will provide enemy headings. UAV pings activated by the player using Bird's Eye are slightly larger. On Al Mazrah, we are now getting a new gulag, new 1v1 called Black Site. We're now getting UAV towers like discussed earlier. It's like they're going to be $2,000. They last 20 seconds. Redeployed drones will be in Al Mazrah now, whereas before it was just on Ashika Island. Details: can be shot down, will reposition when in the gas, will begin leaving the field around the 4th circle. Very nice to know they won't be in the last circle. We have some new Stronghold and Black Site updates, new Champions quest with a new blueprint, with a new weapon blueprint, and of course the decreased time between gas circles. This is a really big new update. Buy stations will now have unlimited gas masks, as well as unlimited portable radars. They've also made changes decreasing and increasing the price of items in the buy stations. Keep an eye out. They have changed the location or positioning of the loadout drop marker on the menu of the buy station. So look out for this. Make sure you don't go to the same spot that you always do to buy the loadout. It is in a different spot now. It looks like they've increased the number of buy stations as well from 31 to 42. Buy stations will remain static in Al Mazrah BR so that learned behavior can be relied on. That's important. They will always be in the same spot, it looks like. Ammo caches have been added across the map. All right, quality of life improvements, mantle assisting. Love that. So many times you get stuck in a window and then you die to someone shooting you outside. Advanced UAV improvements. W can now tell the difference between enemies and AI while using advanced UAV. The position of the killstreak banner has been moved to no longer overlap with the player's reticle. This was a problem for me the other day. Looks like they readjusted the rewards you get from data heists on Ashika Island, as well as sea treasure tokens and sea lion statue side quests. Hopefully we find some better loot in there that we can actually use. I said that from the beginning. I hope there's UAVs, precision airstrikes, armor boxes, bigger loot items, bigger rewards. Spawn protection will now expire on players who remain airborne for more than 10 seconds. Love that. Black site key visibility is increased on the tech map. Look out for new color coding when it comes to your loadout from now on in Season 3. Squad loadout drops will now be colored blue, and contested loadout drops will now be colored yellow. Keep an eye out for that. Also, they've made an adjustment for objects and their elevation arrows up or down on the TAC map. Let's go ahead and look at the nerfs and buffs of the guns on Season 3. New weapons. We have the FJX Imperium Sniper Rifle. Engineered destruction at its finest, this anti-personnel bolt-action sniper rifle intervenes in tense situations with hard-hitting .408 rounds. This is the new sniper that will be, once paired with explosive ammunition, it will be a one-shot headshot. We have a new Cronin Squall battle rifle coming. Weapon balancing. Season 3 changes add more responsiveness to movement and the fluidity of combat, including a reduction to the intensity of damage feedback. Examples are camera shake and HUD overlays. I'm gonna go through these quickly, the nerfs and the buffs. Assault rifles, the Hemlock got a nerf. The M13B got a nerf. The STB got a buff. The TAC-56 got a buff. Battle rifles, the FTAC Recon got a buff. The Lockman 762 got a buff. The SO14 got a buff. And the TAC-V got a buff. Now, this gun has been good in the past. I am kind of scared for this to be even better than it is. It looks like handgun, the Basilisk, got a nerf. Warzone 2 only, though. Light machine guns, the Raw, looks like it got a nerf. RPK got a nerf. Close, mid, damage slightly reduced. I am getting creamed with RPK still up close, as well as the Hemlock. So we have marksman rifles now. The Tempest Torrent got a slight nerf, and for submachine guns now, gun hip spread accuracy increased. Hip fire is going to be better. The Bass P, Base P, got a buff. The Lockman sub got a nerf. The MX9 got a buff. The Vaznev got a nerf. That's my favorite gun right now. The Vel 46 got a nerf. Explosive ammunition are now able to down fully armored players in one shot with a bolt action weapon equipped. Warzone 2 only. Also, the MCPR 300 now is able to have explosive ammo. So even though the ISO Hemlock got a nerf, it looks like the .300 blackout ammunition, if you hit your headshots with the Hemlock, the damage is now increased. They did decrease the long range damage and mid range damage. They added recoil to this gun. Keep an eye out for lasers that you equip on your guns. The brightness is increased. It also looks like on the higher round magazines, the handling penalty has been reduced. If you have small mags equipped on your SMGs or ARs, the movement speed is increased. The sprint to fire speed is increased. This is on the movement, you guys. Diving and sliding. For diving, the fire delay is now reduced, which means you can get your gun up quicker and start loading on your enemies. The sliding speed has slightly increased. I don't imagine it'll be like Warzone 1 sliding, but I'm glad they increased it just a little bit, if anything. This is the equipment, nerfs, and buffs. Gas grenades should no longer detonate enemy explosives. Claymores got a nerf. Flash grenades got a nerf. Frag grenades, one-hit kill radius against fully armored plates reduced, got a nerf. Prox mines got a nerf. Semtexes, you'll be able to now kill your down players when stuck with the Semtex. Precision airstrike explosions will now have less screen shakes. The bomb drones are added back to the game and can no longer down fully armored players. Cluster mines also got a nerf. I love cluster mines. Vehicles. We have changes to vehicles in Season 3. Vehicle windows can now be destroyed by melee attacks. And vehicle tires can now be popped with knives. I'm gonna be popping those tires all around Almazra and Ashika. No one's going anywhere. You're stuck. That's exciting. That can make for some funny content. It looks like for audio, they refined footstep and occlusions. I hope this is an actual change and not just some bullshit. You can now preview tracers and death effects that come with weapon blueprints. And we have a new end and pre-game lobby scene. The only thing that really stands out to me is you are now able to edit your perk packages while in game. And that is it for the patch notes, nerfs, and buffs of the guns and equipment and all of the good stuff. If you guys are new, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video if you enjoyed this kind of content. Come see me on Twitch or Kick, where I live stream all of these moments. All links are in the description. Let me know in the comments, what are you most looking forward to as far as any of these changes go? What are you most excited for? I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.